Only 12. Usually if I find something that, like, is, like, assigned to a person, they get, like, +7 or 9 or something. No. Oh, you can hear him. Jeez. Oh, autosave. What's the autosave for? Can I can't. I should have brought Liliana with me. I wasn't thinking. I guess we can leave then? Can I get, I'm kind of hoping that, wow, you guys are like, it's much better when it just seems weird to not have my dog now. But Wynne's been very helpful. Hello? Don't kill the chicken. Oh my gosh. I knew it. Oh my gosh. So it looks like we can't come back here. Oh, I want to see, I actually, I know we started that, but yeah, I want to go talk, I want to go see what everybody says. I want to see what everyone says to our new stone companion. Like, I thought he'd be, like, solid and loyal or whatever, but, like, no.
I think I owe you an explanation for what happened earlier.
Yes. Yes, you have me quite worried.
You should know that something happened to me at the tower before you came along. You spoke to Petra, did you not? She told you I saved her from a demon. I did, but I did not survive that encounter.
This case of death is taking a while to kick in then.
Let me explain fully. I engaged a very powerful demon to rescue Petra. It sapped me of all my energy and will and left me drained. It took everything I had to defeat it. And when I was done, I no longer had the strength to keep my heart beating. I remember my life ebbing away. Everything receded from me. Sound, light. I remember being enveloped in complete, impenetrable darkness. And then I sensed a presence enfolding me and cradling me, whispering quietly to me. The sensation is impossible to describe. I was being held back firmly but gently, as a mother would a child eager to slip from her grasp. I felt life and warmth flowing through my veins again. I began to be aware of small sounds and the discomfort of my hip pressing into the cold stone of the tower floor.
That's amazing.
The Fade contained spirits, both benevolent and malicious.
Did you think it was a
spirit? The benevolent spirits seldom make themselves known.
Was
they
it
want
cool?
Nothing from mortals, unlike the demons. It was one of these spirits that saved me.
Wow.
Without it, I would be dead. And it has not left me.
Oh, never mind, not Cole then.
Bonded to me.
Wow.
You see, I am supposed to be dead.
Whoa.
It is the spirit that is keeping me in this world. And this is not the way of things.
Yeah!
Perhaps the spirit did not expect this, but it is weakening gradually.
Wynne!
I am living on borrowed time.
Wynne! How long will the spirit last?
I do not know. I can feel when the spirit weakens, so I should have fair warning. But come, let us not talk about this. There is time yet.
No. That's huge, Wynne! Like, technically, I was wondering if this was going to go there, where she, like, said, like, she made a deal with a demon, or not a demon, but, like, a spirit. But she freaking, I guess, technically is an abomination. Holy crap, I thought it might, I mean, I don't think Cole has healing powers, really, but wouldn't that be funny? Like, I don't think he, like, is involved in Origins at all. According to what he said, vaguely, I think he's got something to do with the events that go on in Dragon Age 2, but I'm not sure. I don't think he's in that one at all, like, noticeably. But, jeez. Wow. So the spirit knew that Wynne would be needed I'm surprised she didn't think it was like the Maker, but if she still feels the spirit with her, then that's obviously... But wow, there's like... She's kind of like a benevolent Flemeth, almost, like being kept alive by this spirit. But her spirit's weakening, the other one isn't. But is it Cole? Because if the spirit weakens all the way, would she die and would the spirit disappear? So it couldn't be. And Cole can't... I don't think he could do this, like attach himself to somebody, because I don't know at this point. Where is Cole manifested yet? I don't know, because he like manifests in the White Tower and sort of takes on the image of the boy that was in there. Jeez.
You're quite taken with each other, aren't you?
What? Yes, quite. Not gonna play games with you.
I've noticed your blossoming relationship, and I wanted to ask you where you thought it was going.
Yes, Mom.
It seems he only ever has one thing on his mind. I question the wisdom of a Grey Warden being involved in such an affair.
Ooh, we're just taking it one day at a time, or Zevran is special and I have fun with him. I think I'm gonna say that, because it's not necessarily like super serious, but it's something, it's taking joy where you can get it, and several people in this series, in Dragon Age Inquisition, and in this game, they've said, in Origins, they've said, take your joys where you can, you know? So.
Which is why I worry.
Dang it! Oh.
You are a Grey Warden. You have responsibilities, and I fear you will neglect them.
I need a break too, Wynne. I can handle my responsibilities and my relationships. Being a Grey Warden is hard. Maybe myself sometimes. I can handle my responsibilities and my relationships.
Love is ultimately selfish.
Isn't it?
It demands that one be devoted to a single person.
Yep.
Who may fully occupy one's mind and heart to
you
the
are...
exclusion of all else.
That's exactly what it is.
A Grey Warden cannot afford to be selfish. You may be forced to make a choice between saving your love and saving everyone else. And then what would you do?
What I had to. I would do what I had to. I'll take what... I mean, I am taking what she says seriously. I don't know. Just the way she's saying it is definitely not just like something to be flippant about, you know? She's keeping me on track. Wynne's keeping me on track. And... she knows. I mean, she knows. She's not just saying this. Like, I mean, she's not a Grey Warden, but she has a lot of experience. And that's... I mean, it's kind of funny that she gets the matronly role or whatever, the role of the mom, but it's because she knows. And she knows people, and she knows herself, and she knows the world, and... I don't want to say you're making things sound more dire than they are, because they are really dire. I don't want to have to make that choice. Sounds like I'm whining. What am I supposed to do? Tell Zevran to go away? That sounds kind of whiny too. But we'll try it.
You may have to save one or both of you unnecessary anguish later on.
I see. Oh, so like I have no choice but to be like insolent. I'm not giving up what we have, no matter what you say. What do you know of love? You never left the circle. So I should inflict pain now to avoid it later. Great logic. I know what's best for us, not you. That sounds really cheesy, cause yeah, that's really rude. I don't want. I don't want to say that. And I don't, like, it's me and Zev. It's not like I know what's best, you know? I'm gonna try this one.
I have given my advice. Do with it what you will.
Alright, so she's not, like, super mad at me.
What's on your mind?
Are you okay? Why did the spirit choose to help you?
I have always had an affinity for the spirits of the Fade. As a child, I never feared my dreams because I knew they were there.
Huh. What about demons?
I could sense the demons, too. and their presence frightened me. It was the kindly spirits of the Fade that took the fear from me.
She's like soulless.
I've always been able to feel the spirits, even if I never saw them. And as I nurtured my talent in the circle, I became more sensitive. I began to notice every time I was in the Fade, whether it was in a dream or in magical practice, that I was being watched.
Huh. By like specific spirits or just or just whoever happened to be in the area? Do spirits watch people like that?
I suppose they must. It is these benevolent spirits that create our dream worlds in the Fade.
There are plenty
Sometimes
of benevolent
I would
spirits.
see it, a glowing, nebulous form. Most times I would just feel its presence, gentle and comforting, but somehow alien. I think it is a spirit of faith. They have never been seen before, and perhaps I am wrong. But something tells me I'm not. It always felt like the same entity.
Oh,
This
so
one
it was
spirit was curious about me, and was guarding me, for want of a better word.
You're very lucky.
There were times when I was in the Fade that it seemed to stretch forth to shield me, keeping me safe.
Wow, this is
and
amazing.
I think it gave me strength in my most terrible battles, Ostagar being one of them.
Wow. I suppose it felt it wasn't your time yet.
I don't know why I was chosen. Perhaps it knew that there was something more that lay in store for me. I like to think that I was given a rare chance.
Oh, indeed.
And I'm going to make the best of the time so generously given to me.
No wonder she didn't want to stay in the tower. No wonder, jeez. Oh, I'm like tearing up. Like, this is amazing. Like, this is beautiful. Like, this. If Solus knew about this, do you think he'd... It's awesome. I'm glad you think traveling with me is worthy of your time.
I will not lie motionless in a bed with coverlets up to my chin.
Indeed.
Waiting for death to claim me. That is not the death for me.
Nope.
And so I will fight alongside the Grey Warden and help prepare her for the task that is yet before her.
Help
so
prepare
you
me.
had better listen to me. Because I swear, if I should fall before the end and you don't seem to be doing things properly, I'll get up again to give you a good finger wagging.
Oh, I'll hold you to that.
You know, I think you'll be all right, even without my help.
Oh, don't leave me, Wynne. I'm like, I was just starting to get really attached to her, and now she's like gonna die. Turn in crafting materials. Yay.
We will make good use of what you have brought us.
Wynne, I
What's
was
on your mind?
just getting very attached to you. Is there something we can do to
me?
cure you?
What? Am I sick now?
I guess death isn't an illness, is
Even
it?
you know that you cannot cure the dead. And I'm not the only one dying. You are too. I'm just more efficient.
Oh my gosh.
Your concern is heartwarming. But death comes to everyone, and it is not something to fear.
Oh man, I don't know why. But it's just making me really sad. I don't know why. I mean, I know I just haven't brought Wynne out much, and it's just very, very recently that I've gotten attached to her, and like in the last couple of episodes, and now I'm like, don't leave. I hate it when people leave. I don't fear death. It's the dying that scares me.
People fear not death, but having life taken from them. Many waste the life given to them, occupying themselves with things that do not matter. When the end comes, they say they did not have time enough to spend with loved ones, to fulfill dreams, to go on adventures they only talked about. But why should you fear death if you are happy with the life you have led? If you can look back on everything and say, yes, I am content. It is enough.
That's all I ask for. Are you content?
I think I've led a good life.
I think you
A
have
full
too.
life. And I, for one, am not afraid of death, whatever it may bring. They say that when you die, your spirit travels through the fade and returns to the Maker. And after that, we'll see, won't we?
I was gonna say earlier that Wynne is the kind of woman I want to be when I get old, when I grow up and get old, and because one of my favorite poems is "Do not go gentle into that good night," because like it's one thing, like you look at it like, I don't know, kind of like a Buddhist mindset where like you're very peaceful about it and like you welcome death and you don't fight it. But whenever I read stories about people like that, sometimes it's like heroic and honorable or whatever, but I want to go out fighting. I want to go out scratching and clawing and going as undignified as possible. Not to escape death necessarily, but like to put it off for as long as I can to do what I need to do, you know? Like, and even like, you know, maybe you can't, like, maybe it is sort of escaping death. Like, I want to fight death to the end so that I don't, you know, want to know that I tried, you know? I mean, both have their pros and cons. Like, both are good in their own way, are different, you know? Like, the peaceful acceptance of death, or the, like, not like being afraid and, like, fighting death, but, like, fighting valiantly almost, or fighting just, you know, for one more breath is like, you know, you push death off that much further, you know? I don't know. Jeez Louise. Wynne? Why do you do this to me? Ah! I'm like really sad.
What's on your mind?
Wow, we can just keep going.
I try not to dwell too much on the mistakes of my past, of which there are many. I would go quite mad if I did that. But I do have one regret. The greatest misstep of my life. Made even more grave because it had dire consequences for someone else.
A personal quest. What did you do?
Years ago, I was assigned as mentor to a lad, Anaren. He was my first apprentice. Anaren was an elf, raised in one of the elven alienages, and he was very mistrustful of humans, especially humans in authority.
I can see how this would be trouble.
What Anaren needed was time. Time to get used to his new home, time to emerge from his shell, so we could build a rapport. I gave him no such time. I was young and arrogant. He is a mage, I thought. He needs to grow up and act like one. I expected too much from him too quickly. I gave no consideration to his origin or his feelings, and he retreated further from me. All I could think of was how stubborn he was, how he was throwing away all his talent and his potential just to be difficult.
Was he talented?
Oh, very much so. Sometimes I would catch him practicing on his own, but if I asked him to show me what he could do, he would freeze up or fumble terribly. You cannot plant crops in the cold, wintry ground. You cannot teach a student who is closed off and unresponsive. Patience is what is needed, and I learned that too late to help him.
What happened?
Anaren ran away from the circle one night.
Whoa.
I had berated him over some trivial, ridiculous matter that I no longer remember. I drove him away because of something utterly unimportant. He was a child, 14 at the time of his leaving. They had his phylactery, and they hunted him down.
Oh. Why didn't they... Why didn't they just bring him back to the tower?
They called him Maleficar, a mage who practices forbidden magic, deserving of death. He was a child, misunderstood and lost. I begged the Templars to tell me if he suffered, if they gave him a quick death. I got no answers from them. I was his mentor, and they wouldn't even tell me what became of him.
That was cruel of them.
I should have known better. I had the best mentors. They were kind, compassionate. Why didn't I learn from them? I failed in Aaron. All I had to do was listen to him. He would try to talk to me, and I would tell him to concentrate on his spells.
Oh, boy.
He talked about the alienage sometimes, and the Dalish. He always talked about looking for the Dalish elves.
Maybe he did find the Dalish.
The Templars are well trained and thorough. That he still lives, it would be a vain hope. The apprentices that came after Aneirin benefited greatly from the lessons I learned from him. In a sense, he was my teacher, and I his student.
Maybe his sacrifice was worthwhile.
And there it is. My story, my one greatest regret.
We will fix this, Wynne. No worries. No worries, Wynne. No worries. I want to go do it right now, actually. I want to go do it right now. Sorry, dwarves. We'll get back to you guys later. No, man. Sorry, this is dragging on for a long time again, but geez Louise, that was kind of an emotional, like, you know, sideswipe, like, all of a sudden out of nowhere. I was like, what? Where's Shale at? I think I could see. Oh, there he is, glowing over there. Alright, we'll have to go talk to him after this, but boy howdy. Boy howdy. I'm glad I was starting to bring Wynne along a little bit. And I'm gonna keep on bringing her. Anyway, thank you guys for joining me. I really do appreciate it. If you've gotten this far, it's been a good game. Thanks again. I will see you guys in the next one.